Hey, guess what we're back with?
Everyone's favorite.
Ratchet and Clank.
Indeed.
Oh, my hardcore Ratchet and Clank fans will get that one. Peace. Thank you, siblings and brothers and cousins. Thank you to older fans who
Oh.
get my references to things that are referencing themselves. So, where did we leave off, if you recall?
Uh, well, we have a choice.
Right, we have a choice of a few locations, I believe.
Yeah.
Let's see where we're at right now, because I do not recall. Even the rocks do not remember.
Yeah.
Alright, we're on Iridia, which I think is where we left off. Yes, because I had to pick up the, one
You had to
of the,
pick up a thing.
yeah, I had to pick up the decoder. So I think we picked that up, but that was the end of the episode. So now we can go back to the lumber planet. The logging side of Uridia.
Yeah. You know, far better than I do.
I haven't played this game in a bit, but that's fair. There's actually some pretty impressive mods out there that make this game sort of a Metroidvania proper with a randomizer.
Oh, I do love randomizers. I've been meaning to play the Hollow Knight randomizer, but I am not good enough at the game to be able to, you know, do that.
Personally, I would play Hollow Knight with a gun. That sounds fun.
I mean, that probably is a mod.
There we go. This is what I need. The Trespasser. This is a pretty neat gun, I'm gonna be honest. Ratchet and Clank is a series of ups and downs. Some of the guns are good, some of them kind of suck ass.
Yeah, that's fair.
But in the later
Can't all be
games,
winners.
a lot of the guns get better. The standards,
Make it.
yeah, the standards improve a bit.
Yeah.
Are they supposed to? Oh, okay. I was wondering if I was supposed to. They expect me to like do a wall shimmy or something.
Maybe. I do like that you actually do use the giant wrench as more than just a weapon.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Games like Bioshock, you don't really use the wrench as anything other than a weapon, which is a huge missed opportunity.
Oh, definitely. Actually, maybe that's what you're using for all those plumbing mini games.
Oh, maybe.
Thank goodness for ledge grabs.
Ledge grabs are so dope. Well, that's actually a very generous ledge grab radius.
Oh yeah, definitely. Mostly because the game's not about platforming; it's about shooting.
Fair enough. This music's pretty dope.
Oh yeah, the music in this series is absolute bangers all throughout.
Yeah.
Time for a confrontation.
Oh, he shit his pants.
Clank is very scary.
I suppose I
Oh,
did.
definitely.
So where are we heading
Maybe
next?
he knows. Maybe he knows what Clank is.
Maybe.
Is your current
That looks like a
occupation leaving
Mobian.
rotten taste in your mouth?
Then you need to know about BTS.
Like a Sonic Forces
Blog Tactical
Mobian.
Research
Or Sonic
Station.
Hero.
Hi.
Fuck, which is the one where you get to make your own OC?
Forces.
And we here at BTS
Okay.
are seeking
Yeah, it looks like
motivated
a Sonic
individuals to
Forces
fill positions in these
Mobian.
exciting careers. Grind boot tester, warhead assembly
Oof.
technician, mutant animal husbandry, robot repairman, suck cannon test dummy, and administrative assistant. So call BTS. Build our weapons while you build your future.
BTS, the
Now we're
K-pop
talking.
band.
Did you see all the cool
Well, they're
gadgets
going
they're
to
making?
war,
Let's
so
go
they're going to
get
be
some.
We must
PTSD.
continue our search for Captain Quark.
You're
I had to
absolutely right.
Pause
I
and
am.
try to remember
Sure.
what
We need to find Quark.
what
Although
type
when we
of
find him, wouldn't it be
media
nice to be able to tell
BTS
him what
was.
Drac
I just
is?
remember that
I
their fans are
suppose.
Well, we go to the
super
space
annoying.
station and talk to the scientists.
It's
They work for Drek.
yeah, fair
so
enough.
They're bound to know where he is.
Yeah,
I am
because
unsure about
you
your
know,
logic.
You
they're the
think too
kinds of
much.
people
Come
who,
on, let's
whenever
go.
like a tag is trending, they just start tagging all their posts with that tag, even if it's not related.
Oh yeah. I can definitely find that annoying. But like, they've gotten pretty quiet.
Oh, definitely. I think K-pop's kind of died down since COVID.
Fair enough.
I just remember one post that was really annoying, which was, it was, I don't remember which movie, but it used BTS as, like, it was captioned BTS of movie, you know, behind the scenes. And then a BTS K-pop band fan was in the comments like, you shouldn't use BTS, you shouldn't use BTS as a way to promote your post when BTS isn't related to it. And everyone started dunking on them and being like, dude, that means behind the scenes.
Dang. Oh,
I got
by
some
the
great
way.
bargains for you today.
They're like the Swifties of K-pop.
That's a real beauty.
Are you buying ammo?
Yeah. Oh, I can get the Glove of Doom. I'll get that later. I think I'm about to hit another paywall.
Oof. I think you have enough for the glove.
I probably do. But but I'm about to hit another paywall, so I want to be sure I don't, like...
Oh, I thought you meant that you were going to need to buy the gloves.
Yeah, I can buy the glove, but the problem is... So, this game has... And the creators even said it was a terrible idea, but this game has paywalls, occasionally, where you have to buy new gadgets.
I mean, that's understandable. There are some instances in Zelda where you have to buy an item in order to progress. Like the slingshot in Twilight Princess or the shield in Ocarina.
Yeah, but those are usually, like...
I mean, yeah, they're cheap.
Yeah, it's also usually, like, just small items, or, like, items you're going to be using constantly. In Ratchet and Clank, there's a lot more paywalls. Like, the game's pretty aggressive at it. Like, we ran into, like, 2 just in the last stream.
Yeah, but you had enough money for them.
True.
You know what that's called?
Having money.
Pacing. It's good pacing, making sure that that it would cost whatever you, like making sure you have the right
these
amount.
enemies. Try a Gadgetron counter.
By the time you
Available
get to
at
it.
any Gadgetron vendor.
Oh, they're trying to get me to buy the Taunter.
The Taunter?
It's a notoriously kind of useless gun unless you're like...
Draw aggro or something?
Yeah, it draws enemies to you.
Yeah, lately I've become super obsessed with Legos and Lego history. You know? I want to get some shelves for my walls, like like shelves in my walls, in order to put Lego to get Lego displays and put them on. 'Cause I think that'd be pretty dope.
Sounds neat. There we go.
Yeah, I like Legos. And I've been watching a fuck ton of videos by Spit Brick.
Lego's iconic for a reason. I'm not gonna pretend.
Oh, definitely. Apparently, they whenever they need, it used to be when they retire their molds, they would bury them in the foundation of the new factories. Like in one of the factories ended up getting demolished, and they did find molds of the the injection molds.
Yeah.
In the concrete, in the foundation and stuff, which is pretty dope. They've since stopped doing that, and instead they bring their molds to like a specialist to very carefully take it apart, see which parts are still viable, and send them to someone to use the still viable parts in new molds, and lock up the parts that are not usable.
Makes sense. Enemies should not be hiding in boxes. Enemies should not be hiding in breakable boxes.
Unless they are hermit crabs. Yeah, I would be down for an enemy that is like you see a breakable box, you walk towards it, and it's a crab, starts lifting up and tries to get at you. That'd be dope.
That's fair.
Today is May the 4th.
May the 4th be with you.
Yeah, so we're trying. Last night we did try to watch New Hope.
My power went out.
Yeah, your power went out, and by the time it came back on, I was already asleep.
Yeah. To be fair, I'm like, dear God, I was having power issues like all yesterday, all today. Dear God, today was a mess.
At least we recorded in the morning yesterday.
True.
Because the power went out at around the time we would have been recording.
True.
Had you not. And you got to go home early for the night shift anyways.
Oh yeah, work was a nightmare. Oh, the power went out of the building. A coworker's car almost got crushed by a tree.
Jesus.
Like, he showed me a photo of it, and it's like, literally, like, any further to the right and his car would be demolished.
Oof.
Like, very lucky him. He decided to take that as a sign from God to go home early.
Valid. I would also go home early if it was if the weather was bad enough that trees were getting knocked down.
Well, it was only for like a full 2 minutes.
I wouldn't risk it. Like, as soon as it starts, like, as soon as it's quiet, I would get the fuck out of there and be like, I'm not gonna risk it starting back up.
That's fair. That was kind of my worry throughout the rest of the night. Okay, so here's the Glove of Doom.
Oh, it creates skitters.
It creates my new best friend.
Yeah. Tiny clanks. Planklings. I don't know what they'd be called.
They're agents of doom. No, that's what they're called. They're the agents of doom.
So what you're saying is that they're gonna go into the depths of hell to avenge a dead bunny.
They've already done that.
I am excited for Doom Dark Ages.
Oh, it looks like a lot of fun, yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with 2016. So for those of you who haven't seen my 2016 playthrough, which is ongoing at the same time we record, at the same time we're doing this Let's Play, I have not played a Doom game since middle school, and it was the original Doom that someone had put on the school computer.
I spent nothing but my entire time criticizing Silver for missing point-blank shotgun shots.
I don't use the. I'm not a shotgun.
I'm being a bully. I apologize.
I know. Look. Things got significantly better once I upped the mouse sensitivity. Like there was an immediate difference once I increased the mouse sensitivity.
Oh yeah, definitely. Boss speed and no damage run.
Nice. A radiant success. Yeah, so whenever I play a first-person shooter, my usual way of going about it is I deck myself out with a sniper and a pistol. Unless it's Halo, in which case it's a sniper and the energy sword. I guess Halo. The Halo 2 or Halo 3, that was the first one you could use the energy sword in. Because I know you couldn't use the energy sword in the first Halo.
I think it's Halo 2.
Genetics must have left the
Halo
cages
2 is
open
where
again.
it's a
come
usable
down
weapon.
Honestly,
For
a
the first
gadget
time.
engineer deserves a bit more respect,
I believe so.
if you ask me.
So, you
Oh
are an
yeah, because
inventor.
Zanzibar had
Gadget
the
engineer.
in the
I
center of the
create
fan. Zanzibar
revolutionary
had
devices for
the
Executive Chairman Drek.
had
For instance,
one.
Viola.
The grind
soon to be
boots.
patented grind boots.
Yo,
Look, I need to get out of here so I can find a new job. How about I sell you these at cost?
Sell? After we just saved your scrawny butt?
All right. I'll give you the employee discount too.
Yeah, this
Well,
is where
thanks.
that
I'm
Ratchet's
gonna get outta here
attitude
while
kind
I
of
still
needed
can.
adjusting.
I mean, he's right though.
True.
You've got the grind.
I think that's part of like
Grind
why
boots let you
I
travel
forgive
on rails
this
like
attitude
this.
for Ratchet, because he
Just
is right
jump
in
onto
the
the
end.
rail and grind.
Yeah, he's got some new soap shoes.
On a side note, the grind boots are so cool.
Yeah, I do love good grind section.
Yeah, and miss a bolt because I didn't realize they were above me. Dun, 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 dun. This is good teaching the player how to do stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh man, you know what game I think would be fun to play on the channel?
What?
Rainbow Six Vegas 2.
This shuttle has an autopilot which will take you to a decommissioned Blarg
I
warship.
played the shit out of it growing up.
Oh, we're getting on a warship.
Ooh.
I love this section. You're gonna love it too.
Ooh. I love how it looks.
Oh, it's great. The aesthetic of this game is just one of the best parts about it.
Oh, definitely. The stylization of it is timeless. Like,
Ugh, the warped gravity fucked with that energy beam.
I guess you're gonna just have to die. Ooh, I like the music. It's very ominous and spooky. Almost gives it like a horror theme.
Fair enough.
Let's see, what's another game that'd be... You know what game is got a really good... You know what game's really dope? We should do Prey.
Which one?
The first.
Oh, the one with the Native American.
The sick-ass opening. Yeah, the one where...
You know, it's
The one with
really,
the really good opening.
it's really hard to get a copy of that, actually.
Digital?
Yeah, I mean digital too. Because one of the things Bethesda did when they were done with the series was make it hard to get a hold of. Like it's a great game, but it's just hard to get a hold of nowadays because of like how Bethesda screwed over the developer.
On Steam.
Oh, it is? Really? Are you sure that's not the new one?
Might be the... Actually, that might be the new one. Yeah, 2017.
Yeah, it's the new one.
Damn it.
It's hard to get your hands on the old one. I can check around. There's definitely a place for it, I guarantee it.
Feature. Vessel annihilation sequence initiated. Please remove all personal belongings.
Yeah, the 2006 version is what I'm looking for.
I mean, it's got a sick ass opening. We just probably wouldn't be able to. We just have to like change the music.
Perhaps you didn't
Oh,
hear me.
yeah, it does
This
have
vessel will self-destruct.
I mean, it's Don't Fear the Reaper, so I think
In a
we'd
matter of
all be fine with that.
Please evacuate.
Yeah, but does it have enough cowbell?
Fair enough. No, it's got Art Bell. That's one of its selling points.
Oh,
Art Bell was a old-timey news host who did like strange and creepy stuff.
Yeah, well, all that means is that it needs more cowbell.
Special report.
This is Darla Gratch reporting live from Blackwater City. We've just learned that Captain Quark will be presenting the grand prize at the Intergalactic Hoverboard Championship, which will be held here over the next few days. In related news,
I love that that's
this
just
planet
straight up
has recently been
Slimer.
suffering from an infestation of strange amoeboid creatures. The city's administration has assured this reporter that every step has been taken to eradicate these nuisances. Darla Gratch, Channel 2 News.
Actually, you know what it makes me think of? It makes me think of the slimes in the color dungeon
she's
of
fine,
Link's
I think.
Awakening.
I was talking about the hoverboard races.
By the way, Darla Gratch is indeed fine.
Hi there, Fuzzball.
She's the
But can you
news reporter.
Yeah, I know. Can you really say Ratchet is an asshole if he is correct? In a lot of
To be
instances.
fair, he does have a moment later,
Yeah, okay.
so we're gonna get there first.
I watched a video on I watched a video on there you go. On why there's not a whole lot of oh wait, I think I talked about this in Doom.
Hi there, Fuzzball.
Why movies are so desaturated.
Oh yeah, I think you did. It's because everything's being shot for CG.
Yeah, so there's no intention to. There's no set design and there's no like intention to lighting. They have to keep the lighting neutral, or else it makes it a hell of a pain in the ass to CG everything.
Oh, I'm in a Clank segment.
Yeah.
So, this comes
think
up
that's-
in the sequel, but apparently, the Clank segments in the sequel are not half-assed, they're very well done, but several of them had to be cut late into development. So there's a few items out of place, and they're out of place because the Clank
Because you were
segments
supposed to get them in. Because you were supposed to get them in different spots that got cut.
yeah.
Yeah. You know what movie is not desaturated and is in fact very, very colorful?
Jump.
And it's because
Then
it
press
uses
and
very
hold the
minimal
button
CG.
While in the air.
What
Glide.
movie?
Everything, everywhere, all at once.
True.
Because a lot of their shots, like a lot of their quick shots during the fight scenes and stuff, that's not CG. That is just really good choreography and editing. And camera
Speaking
cuts.
of, I am kind of interested in Thunderbolts. That looks like it'll be fun. The new Marvel movie.
Oh.
It's kind of their version of Suicide Squad with
Yeah, I know. It's Thunderbolt Ross becoming the Red Hulk and all that.
No.
Or it's his team or whatever.
I guess. Anyway, like, it looks good from the trailers. I definitely have to watch some reviews before I can, like, drag any friends out to see it. Of which I don't think anybody I know actually wants to see it, so it might be a solo watch when it hits Disney+.
Probably. I'm not gonna see it, even if... I'm just not gonna watch any Marvel movies anymore. I'm extremely burned out and...
That's fair. On a side note, I'm very mixed because I was really excited for Daredevil, and then I found out it was like apparently development hell.
Oof.
So apparently what happened with Daredevil was they brought on some writers who tried to go in like a brand new direction.
Oh no.
And it was an absolute mess, and everybody hated it. Charlie Cox hated it, Vincent D'Onofrio hated it, and eventually enough people came forth about hating it, especially in like market testing, that eventually they got
Put it on ice.
No, not really. What they did was they brought in the writers of Loki, who were friends with the writers of the Netflix show. And they basically just picked up where the Netflix show left off while having to essentially piece together the narrative from the show that they were ripping apart.
There. That's another reason I don't really want to watch
Marvel
movies, is because there's so much that goes... Like, there's so many different... mini-series that you gotta watch in order to know what's gonna happen.
In case you're
Like-
curious, Kevin Feige agrees. He's actually trying to, like, reduce production currently.
Oh, good.
Apparently, the reason they buffed up production is because, they were being asked to make a lot of extra shows for, like, Disney Plus, but since they don't have to do that anymore, they're like, yeah, we can cool down. We can do, like, 1 to 2 movies a year.
Yeah, we got our... We maxed out how many people are willing to get Disney Plus. I do genuinely think that a decent reason as to the lineup that they had in the late 2010s was leading up to the launch of Disney Plus. Like, having all these fucking massive movies to get everyone. Basically, what they did with, kind of like what they did with Finding Nemo, where like a year before announcing Finding Nemo, they on the Disney Channel started having fishy fact pop up on the screen to get kids interested in fish before announcing Finding Nemo.
You mentioned this last stream.
I always wanted one
Oh,
of
I did?
those.
Yeah.
Guess.
It's hard to remember what I did, and it's hard to remember what I mentioned in stream and what I talked to in casual convo.
That's fair. Alright, so we got the Hydro Displacer.
Nice. That means you can suck up fluids.
Yeah, I can move one.
It's a super
fluid,
soaker.
Yeah, I can move fluids from one space to another space.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're about 30 minutes in. I think I can get to, I think I can keep going.
Yeah, we're only 30 minutes in.
I'm trying to figure out how far I can get, is the thing.
How many streams do you think it'll take to beat?
Well, it depends on how quickly I beat each level. There's 21 planets about, 19 to 21, I believe, in that ballpark.
Okay.
So, I guess it really depends on, like, how long it takes me to, like, get places. I do not need the mine glove.
That's fair. Lots of gloves.
They don't do gloves too much anymore because of, difficulty with animation.
Oh, fair.
But, yeah, gloves, there are a lot of gloves in the original because, they could just copy-paste the same animation for, like, the same gloves, you know?
Yeah, just change, like, the color of the glove.
Yeah. But they don't do that anymore because it's too much work. And it doesn't look as good as, like, just having a cool gun in hand.
That makes sense. Sorry, I got some ramen out. I'm at the point where I'm drinking the broth.
Oh, good old broth. Oh, I mentioned there was a ramen place that opened in my town recently, right?
Yeah, next time I visit, I definitely want to go check it out.
It's very good. I hope it sticks.
Yeah.
They have like a honeycomb thing going on, weirdly enough.
Ooh.
Yeah, so like the tables are all like honeycombs.
Hexagons?
Yeah, but they're like blatantly yellow, and you can actually sit in like cute little cubicles that are hexagon shaped. So it's definitely more of a honeycomb theme. Oh, rolling back, and speaking of Charlie Cox, who is Daredevil, and also Tristan Thorne in hit film Stardust.
Yeah.
He's in Expedition 33, the game I've been talking about all a week and plus because it's just that good.
Yeah, you told me about that.
Oh, didn't I? Oh, yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Anyway, my aunt has actually been getting into, like, not games, but, like, game music.
Oh, man, you should send her Feel.
You know what? I will consider it. That would definitely be a
really
good one.
Good. That's a really good song.
Will do, actually. She got into it because, of all things, Avatar.
The Last Airbender?
The Blue People.
Oh.
So Ubisoft did a Avatar game, and apparently there was an interview with like the composer on like one of the channels she watches, where they discussed the making of the music for the game. He's like, "Oh, it's award-winning. I should listen to that." It did win an award apparently at a music festival. So she listened and she liked it. So I've been like sharing some good ones with her when I find them. No Megalovania yet. I don't think you should be interested in that.
Yeah, she's not prepared for that. You gotta work your way up. No Megalovania until after she's heard Dancing Mad. So the my dad
My dad.
yesterday my dad was
My
I was
dad.
talking to my dad, and he mentioned that some of his friends had been trying to get him to play Expedition 33. I was like, oh yeah, no, I've heard some pretty good things about it. My partner has been playing it all week, and even though it doesn't seem like my kind of thing, the music is pretty dope. And you know, he ended up playing it like 8 hours later. He's like, "Oh man, Expedition 33 is the best game ever."
Which is funny, 'cause it's a bunch of former Ubisoft devs, which is probably not the thing you think of when you hear about Ubisoft games.
Look, I understand the difference between devs and publishers. You know, I understand that it's not necessarily the devs of Ubisoft that are the problem, but rather Ubisoft as a company, you know, the suits.
True. Especially Eviomon and his family. They're the ones that get that pointed at them a lot. Okay, really important cutscene.
Rhino for your robot. Trade you.
Well, okay.
Ratchet.
I'm kidding. Sorry, he's not for sale. What's a rhino anyway?
Rip ya a new one.
What did you just say to me?
R-Y-N-O. Rip ya a new one.
Why, that's the most powerful missile launcher in the galaxy. I know it's worth a lot of bolts. He must have stolen it from the Blarg.
Stolen? Look, trash can. Did I say anything about it being hot? You better watch your mouth or I'll...
Wait, don't tell me. Rip you a new one.
Anyway, best gun in the game. I'm just not going to be able to afford it.
How much is it? 150,000?
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that. I like that the sewer grates, or the sewer lid, it actually moves based on your positioning.
Yeah.
Like it tilts with your weight.
They're pretty good about that. I think that's tech they shared with Jack and Daxter.
Maybe. It's a little detail that's always, you know, always nice.
This is what happens when you get 2 to 3 months extra dev time.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. They didn't.
Oh.
It's a Tim Schafer, as I mentioned in the previous stream, did an interview where he was talking with the devs of Ratchet and Clank, and he's like, "I heard you guys got like extra dev time. Is that true?" And they're like, "No." They were just really good at getting their deadline. To be fair, the Insomniac Games is basically churning through talent because of just how bad like it was to like just work there. Like they were constantly crunching. Apparently, a lot of developers are fixing that kind of. Or rather, it's becoming less of an issue. Like, Rockstar Games was, like, notorious for crunch with, Red Dead 2. With, like, absolutely miserable working conditions, apparently. Much better place to work now, according to, several people. I mean, it's still a AAA developer, and they still are expected to, like, just meet incredibly unrealistic deadlines, but... it's not as bad as it used to be.
I'm hoping for a AAA gaming market crash. Like, flat out. I am hoping for AAA games to see the market crash as bad as, like, you know, E.T. Atari did.
To be fair, that was more
so
like Atari just sort of publishing anything.
I know, but my point is, I hope that the video game market for AAA games gets bad enough for it to finally be a wake-up call.
True.
Because it's getting there.
One of the things about that is there's interviews where people are discussing there's too many good options now for like AAA developers to expect you know, top dollar for essentially like stuff that isn't finished.
Well, yeah, like why the hell would I spend $80 on a fucking half-finished, buggy mess of a game when I can spend $15 on an indie game that is complete and has 4 free DLCs?
True. Or like Expedition 33 is like 40 to 50 bucks. I think it's closer to 50, but you get the idea. Like the top selling games right now, the big winners, the games everybody's talking about. Blueprints is like 30 bucks total.
Never heard of it.
It's a roguelike, but it's a puzzle game.
Yeah, I think indie games definitely have a much higher with indie games, they are allowed to be passionate. Aren't you gonna get that golden bolt?
I will, but I have to take a lap.
Oh.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I can't just get to it though by like normal ways. I gotta be clever about it.
There was the button there to the button to remove the laser grid was right there.
No, it wasn't. It was behind the laser grid.
Is that not it right there? On the ground?
No. There we are. There we go. So the laser grid button is that one. It's the orange one.
Mm-hmm.
That one is broken. You can see.
Oh.
So if I want to reach it, I have to get inside the cage and open it from the inside. See? It's why it's a gold bolt. There's a puzzle.
Ah. But yeah, indie games are definitely what is where the passion is, where the vision is.
I mean, indie games aren't charging $80 for half-finished games that still have microtransactions.
Yeah. And a big part of it is that AAA games are spending so much fucking money on making their games that even if it sells well, it doesn't. It barely makes even. And that's why I think the crash is going to be happening within the next 5 years.
Fair enough.
Maybe within the next 2 years, depending on, because you heard about what Microsoft is doing,
yeah,
right?
Absolutely. I think the tariffs are gonna like absolutely like make that
expedite
that. Yeah.
Yeah, between what's going on with Nintendo, with the Switch 2, and the tariffs involving that, Microsoft raising the games as well. Sony is planning on going $100 for GTA 6.
Dear God. Oh, by the way, Borderlands 4. I know you don't care about Borderlands. Borderlands 4 apparently changed the release date. Because a lot of... Okay, so because GTA's been, like, moved to
hyped up
next
this
year.
shit. Yeah.
The new GTA's moved to next year, so a bunch of developers are pushing their games forward to fill that empty space.
Welcome to the
Oh,
Hovercon
makes
Intergalactic
sense.
Hoverboard
Oh, by the way, there
competition.
is a
Captain Quirk's
cheat
giving
I
away a
can do to
brand new
make her
platinum
booties even
zoom rater to the
bigger. I
winner of this
just
competition.
don't know how to do
A
it at the top of
platinum
my head.
simulator. Perhaps that
Maybe
will
it's
be
the
the proof
Konami
of your
code.
accomplishments
No,
that Skid's
it's,
agent requires.
Wait.
You gotta jump.
Do you guys mean Skid McMarks?
Yeah, Skid couldn't make it, so we're here to, you know, fill in for him.
Guess we'll see about that.
So is it because it's an or is it because it's a remaster, or was it in the original that Clank's or Ratchet's eyes are kind of weird?
I'm not doing it right. It's because of the remaster.
Okay.
It might have been in the original, but like it's definitely because of the remaster.
Yeah, you just like suddenly, it was jarring to see it go from just standing there to suddenly in the thing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. They really needed like a mini cutscene of like, all right, get to place.
They fixed that in the remaster, so it's something they're aware of.
Yeah, and also just the respawn being so immediate. With no kind of like fanfare. Oh, dope. So does it control better or worse than Spyro 3?
I think it controls fine.
Yeah.
It's just kind of a balls to the wall kind of race, you know?
Yeah. The skateboarding sections are why I could not fully complete Spyro 3.
Well, to be fair, in this game, they're a bit easier because it's like, they're very simple. I don't have to move, I don't have to like do any like bizarre tricks to build up speed, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Those skateboarding sections are one of the reasons I really hate Hunter.
Dang it. Alright, time to do this again. I came in second.
Second place is first loser. Kills them.
Runs into them and kills them all.
Explodes and then explodes again.
They can just fly right through the explosives. I don't have that luxury.
Yeah. Well, you see, it's because they're wearing a helmet. Man, you almost didn't make that.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm good at this game.
Was that on purpose?
Yes, it was because if I won too quickly, it wouldn't be nearly as exciting.
Oh, I thought you were on your final lap.
Now I am.
Would be an interesting racing game sort of challenge is to intentionally win within a specific
No, I think I botched that because I hit those boxes.
yeah, That would be pretty dope to have a racing game where one of the challenges is to win within like a specific time of second, like
Win in
make sure
second place, but do it in this specific condition.
well, no, win first place, but not by a wide margin.
Okay.
Make sure second place is just barely second place.
Fair enough. You got any like racing games you really like?
Oh my god.
Okay, extra charge challenge.
I got a story.
Can't beat Mario Kart.
No, it's not Mario Kart. I got a story to tell. So, the year was 2008 or 9. I'm gonna actually have to double check to see when this was released.
The year doesn't matter.
No, it does.
Oh,
the
shoot.
year was 2009. My dad went to GameStop to buy a fuck ton of Xbox games, Xbox 360 games, because there were some great ones. One of which being Dirt.
Oh,
yeah, Dirt, the racing game, which was, I assume, dope. I don't know, because I've never played Dirt. Instead, what we got in the casing for
it is my distinct pleasure to introduce this year's HoverCon Intergalactic Champions. Let's give it up for newcomers,
Ratchet and Clank.
Hey, look, that's us.
Today's winners will take home a brand new professional-grade Model T15 Platinum Zoomerator. Manufactured by Gadgetron, this hoverboard drive delivers more lift, speed, and maneuverability than any other anti-grav device on the market. Well, folks, that's all the time we have. Tonight, remember to set your infobots to the Quark Classic channel for tonight's episode of Dogfight Over Death Canyon, starring yours truly. Thank you, and have a Quark-tastic day.
So yeah, we get home, open the case for Dirt. You know what's inside?
Anything but Dirt.
Dirt 2, which was a new game that had recently come out.
Dang.
Like a month earlier. So yeah, we ended up. Yeah, the sequel, which was like $20 more expensive.
Dang.
So yeah, that was really fucking dope, and the game was pretty sick. It had a mechanic where it had, body damage. If you crash the car, you do take damage in that part. That's reflected in the model and performance. And also, it had a mechanic where you could rewind a few seconds to undo a crash.
Oh yeah, Mario Kart's adding that feature now. Yeah, Mario Kart World's adding a feature you can rewind a few seconds to undo crashes.
I'd assume that would be disabled for multiplayer.
I think it is. I don't think it isn't. I think what they're doing is you rewind, but nobody else does. So you can lose your spot if you rewind liberally.
Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna wait until hopefully the Switch 2 gets cheaper before getting it.
Yeah, I expect that's gonna be a lot of people. I'm gonna avoid getting it until like they make more, simply because I just don't want to like deal with scalpers.
Yeah, that too. Between scalpers and the tariffs, it's gonna be. I don't want to drop. I don't want to have to drop like $1,000 on a Switch 2 when I have a perfectly good OLED Steam Deck.
Fair enough.
I am very much enjoying my Steam Deck.
I figured. I've heard you've been enjoying it.
I definitely recommend it for everyone to get. One of the... So I pretty much have every big purchase planned out. The next big purchase I'm going to make is Plush's birthday gift. For, you know, we're going to be buying that this Friday, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
And then next month, my big purchase is going to be... Your birthday is next month or month after?
June 1st.
Okay. So yeah, your birthday is next month. Is in less than a month, actually.
Have you decided what you're getting me yet? Don't tell me.
I know what I'm getting you. It's gonna... that's gonna be my next big purchase. And then after those, I'm going to be buying myself a TV.
Nice.
Like a proper TV, so I don't have to, so I can stop using a computer monitor as my TV.
That's fair. I use a monitor as not for TV because I do have a proper TV, but I do use the monitor because like my eyes are fucked up enough that like if I'm having to sit back on a TV, I you know. I have to squint.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't...
Oh, no.
The monitor I use for my consoles is not the one... It's not any of the two that are on my desk. It's one that's on a TV stand at the foot of my bed. Like, not at the foot of my bed, it's against the wall. But it's like 3 feet from the foot of my bed.
Oh, I'm fucked. Get out of the water. Get out of the water.
Ratchet needs
air bad lift.
He needs one of those like mini sub propeller things.
That's a later upgrade. Oh no, I couldn't make it.
I believe in you.
It's too slow. Yeah.
Oh, you're right there too, probably.
That was
I don't know,
close.
maybe you had like 100 feet more.
The real problem was that I slowed down because I tried to switch on the Pyromancer.
Fair. You have it on now?
Yeah. I wanted something for the bugs.
Did you just walk past them?
No, they're in my way.
Oh man, do you know what one of my favorite Animorphs books are?
Which one? There's some pretty nasty ones.
Nasty in a good way.
Nasty in a good way, yeah.
Yeah. Because, you know, for those of you who've never read Animorphs, the whole theme of the book is how there are no heroes in war, everyone gets fucked up.
War is hell.
Yeah. No, hell is hell. War is war.
Fair
to
enough.
Quote MASH, yeah, to quote MASH, I think it was MASH, the people in hell are the bad people, but the people in war are regular people sent to die.
Oh, thank God.
Oh man.
They really timed that one out. That one is tight.
Oh yeah. But yeah, no, one of my favorite is so they end up turning into I believe it was either ants or termites.
Termites.
Okay.
They turn into both, but I definitely think you're thinking about the termites.
I think so, because I don't remember which order they do it, but they...
Ants first, termites second.
Okay, so then yeah, it is the termites. So the reason why, so when it was ants, they turned into an ants from a different colony, so they were attacked like immediately and had to, and so when they went to termites, they made sure to turn into termites from the same colony. You good?
Yeah, I'm just waiting because cutscene.
Oh, we can do the cutscene.
Okay, cutscene first.
Hey, press conference is over. Captain Quark don't want no more reporters bugging him in his trailer.
Oh, you see, my friend and I need to speak to the captain about a matter of galactic security.
You mean you and your walking camera? You paparazzi make me sick. Now beat it.
But, sir, I'm sure the Captain Quark will understand once we...
Now, save it. I know how it works. You convince me to let you in, you snap a picture of the captain in his underpants, then you sell a picture to the info tabloid for $1 million bolts.
You've got it all wrong.
Meanwhile, I'm stuck here making 6 bolts an hour, and I have to listen to a lecture from that cheapskate Quark. So you don't get in unless I get a kickback. In advance.
Bribe him.
I could just shoot this guy. I've killed for less.
He's immune to fire.
You see how it works? You grease the hinges, the door opens.
Captain Quark?
What's that?
It's Ratchet and Clank, Captain. You know, from the...
Oh, yes, I know who you are.
You do?
Yes, and thank the galaxy you found me.
Huh?
There's an awful plot being hatched to destroy our planets.
Ratchet, he knows.
Great. Does that mean we can go hoverboarding now?
My friends, we're all in grave danger, and I believe that together we can put a stop to this madness.
Together? You mean you want our help?
Look, Ratchet.
God, he's got such dead eyes.
I've never seen anyone with such raw talent. You are a true hero in the making.
Really?
They're pointing in different directions.
I could be famous?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, here, take this. What makes one man toil in obscurity while another becomes a hero? Is it strength, compassion, determination, or just pure blind luck? Wise men through the ages have struggled with that very
I can
question.
hear it in your mic.
But Captain Quark knows the
okay.
secret. That's why he's been able to defeat more despots, rescue more damsels in distress, and save more civilizations than any other hero in the galaxy. Now is your opportunity to see if you've got the stuff heroes are made of. This infobot contains coordinates to Quark's secret base. Can you quickly conquer Quark's killer cannonade of confounded contraptions?
Wow.
Can you quickly Oh, just make your way through the defenses to the center of the base. Prove yourself, learn the secret, and earn your place in galactic history. Consult your doctor before attempting any strenuous exercise. Not responsible for death or dismemberment. Your results may vary.
Amazing.
Meet me at my headquarters.
Hey, Captain Ratchet, what do you think?
We won't fail you, sir. We promise.
Okay,
Planet
so yeah.
Umbris. Oof.
Nice. So yeah, Animorphs. They become termites, and the hive mind of termites ends up getting to them, and in a moment of like desperately trying to escape the hive mind, they kill the queen and have a huge existential crisis about it earlier because you know they
Later, they have an existential crisis about it later.
Yeah.
You said it earlier.
Oh, I meant later. Yeah, they have a huge existential crisis about it because, you know, they are the ones that invaded the termites, assuming their shapes, and killed their leader, dooming the colony to the termite colony.
Do you know who killed the termite queen specifically?
I believe it was either Rachel or Cassie.
It was Cassie.
I want. Okay.
Cassie actually, it's so funny. Cassie's actually the character who's got like the highest body count in that entire series.
Yeah, which is the funny part being that Rachel is the one that's the most violent.
I think Rachel's died more often than anybody else.
Oh, definitely.
In like half of the alternate universes, Rachel is dead or lobotomized.
Yeah, not to mention the time she got cut in half, which effectively cloned her because she was a starfish.
Or the
and then they had
time.
to. Yeah, and then they had to. The two halves had to morph into each other and get their heads slammed together to fuse them.
Or the time in which she had an allergic reaction to a crocodile and it erupted from her chest.
Oh, yeah, and she convinced everyone that, that the allergy had passed, except for Axe, who she didn't bother uh, trying to fool because he's the only one who would know enough about it to ask, what happened to the crocodile then? That's one that I very vividly remember.
What did happen to the crocodile? I forget.
Oh no, she lied and said that it had passed, and she told the others that she lied to everyone else, saying that the crocodile had passed, and they believe her because, they didn't realize that for the crocodile to pass, it would have to be formed out of her, which happened later, and I think it ate someone.
It was on like a news station or something. She's doing an interview. They really explored a lot of body horror with Rachel.
Oh, absolutely. They explored body horror with everyone.
Rachel especially, I think.
Oh, definitely. God, that was such a good series. KG Applegate is a fantastic author, and I believe she's got a kid who is trans.
I don't know. I don't keep up with KG Applegate, unfortunately. I believe it though.
Or K.A. Applegate, not K.G. Applegate. Yes, K.A. Applegate's daughter is trans.
Nice.
And she is very supportive of her daughter.
Well, that's the important part, you know?
Oh, yeah.
You always want people in your life that are supportive of the decisions you make.
Oh, yeah. And have such an influential author from our childhood being so supportive of it.
It's wild that, like, some others fail that stuff.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, Harry Potter, like, doing an actual literary analysis, it's kind of not that good when you think of the scope beyond what is just happening. Like, when you think about it more than just, oh, magic fantasy stuff, like, the actual world building is ass.
I thought the world building was impressive, though then again, it has been ages since I've read the books.
Yeah, like, for example, why are the Weasleys poor? Their father has a high-paying government job. They use magic to do all the house chores. They have...
I thought it was always because they have, like, 7 kids, and no matter how many, how much money you make, you're always going to be dealing with the fact that it's 7 kids, you know? And, like, those academies, just the stuff they want for, like, Hogwarts is not cheap. That's why Ron gets a bunch of hand-me-downs.
Yeah, but why are the hand-me-downs in disarray when there is magic spells to fix things? Remember, Harry broke his glasses and they were magically repaired like 5 minutes later.
Well, they're not in disrepair, they're just old.
Yeah, but you can use magic to fix it.
Well, it's not, they're not broken, is the thing.
No,
the spell doesn't undo the fact that, like, something's withered by age, you know?
I feel like you're giving JK way too much credit. You have to remember, JK's response to, hey, where does all the food come from? Her response was, the kitchen. Like,
to be fair, there's a lot of really dumb things, like the wizards poop themselves.
yeah, there's a lot of stuff that is stupid. And a lot of stuff that just does not make sense when you think about it more than a few seconds.
I mean, that's fair, but like, the Weasleys is like the one that I don't mind. Most of it makes them really fun. It makes for good writing, I think, for the Weasleys.
I mean, it makes for bad writing when they have no reason to be it.
I like the Weasleys.
Why does money even exist in a magical world where you can make anything? Like, there's a spell to duplicate stuff. Why not duplicate the books?
Wizard copyright. You can't because they,
you duplicate it and immediately you get a knock on the door.
We heard that you're illegally duplicating our client's books.
Yeah, no, you get someone who manages to duplicate a bunch of books. Suddenly Shigeru Miyamoto's there knocking on the door. I feel like Shigeru Miyamoto is the face of anti-piracy. Just because of
how litigious Nintendo is.
Yeah. The only instance of the Nintendo takedowns that I think is legitimate is the Citra situation, because they were locking, like, the Citra and the Switch emulator, which I don't remember the name of, because they were locking updates behind Patreon. And, you know, that's where it becomes an actual problem, is when you are profiting off of piracy explicitly.
Fair enough. I remember that was an issue with Sega. There was like an interview a while back where like they had to shut down something, and several of the people working at Sega had to do an interview. They're like, yeah, the reason we shut them down is they were like making money on Patreon. If you don't do that, we don't care.
Yeah, exactly. Are you looking for the last face?
No. I was looking for this door.
Yeah, I am all for piracy. I think it's
I think the Pirates of the Caribbean movies are amazing. They're groundbreaking films, and they really want me to live the life of a pirate that isn't Johnny Depp.
So one of the most infuriating things, stupid things, as someone who's like,
look at this bum,
stupidly against piracy was, so it was, the topic was Infinity Train, and the the creator of Infinity Train was like, yeah, I wanted to make merch. I wanted to make merch, but Warner Bros. Would not approve of it.
Which is just nonsense.
Yeah, and the creator of Infinity Train was all but encouraging people to, pirate the show, because it was like a week or two before Warner Bros. Purged Infinity Train from the catalog.
Oh, yeah.
But one of the responses was like, well, maybe if people supported the show more, it wouldn't be canceled. And it's like, support it how?
They never got a DVD box set release.
Yeah, it was like, support it how? Like, you know, buy the merch, buy the DVD box. And it's like, bitch, where? There was no merch. The creator has outright stated that that Warner Bros. Refused to allow them to make merch. All right, there was nothing that they could do.
We couldn't make money off their own thing, yeah. This was an issue with Symbiotic Titan. Gennady Hardovsky complains about this all the time. For good reason. Where Symbiotic Titan didn't get any merch made for whatever reason, and then the reason the show was canceled was because there were no merch sales.
Yeah, it's sabotage.
Yeah.
It's just outright sabotage. There's no other word for it.
And Symbiotic Titan is a very good show.
Oh, yeah. I remember when they had the crossover with Ben 10.
I really like the scene in which the sorry, I'm laughing and just remembering it. It's where the robot is in his human disguise, and the girl busts a move in front of him.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
The one that looks like Peter Griffin.
Yes. Yeah. So the robot's in disguise is like Peter Griffin. And this girl he's crushing on, I don't think she's crushing on him, but he's not crushing on her, but she's crushing on him. And she does like this big old sexy dance in front of him. And she's like, how was that? And he's like, oh, okay. I don't see how this had to do with math.
Is Symbiotic Titan the one that had the crossover with Ben 10?
Maybe. No, Generator Rex is what you're thinking about.
Yeah, no, I was thinking of Generator Rex.
Generator Rex is very good, though.
Yeah, that was also good. There were some really good shows on Cartoon Network.
Man of Action is really good. Did you know they also, they're former X-Men writers, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, so Man of Action is a team who are former writers for the X-Men comics. And they also did the story, I believe, for the X-Men Legends games. I think Ben 10 was like their first truly original project, I think, that really made like a bunch of waves. They probably did a few other things though, but like Ben 10's the one I know.
Yeah, Ben 10 was dope.
By the way, okay. One thing I love about the Hydro Displacer, look at it. It gets big. I love that.
Yeah. It's a great way to tell if it has water in it or not.
Yeah.
And I do like that the pumps themselves change how they look depending on whether or not you would suck or deposit.
Yeah.
When they're in the floor, that means you need to put something in it. But when they're on the, when they're like up, that means you can suck them.
True. Oh, this is. If I tried to swing now, swing before, I would, touch the water.
Get in the water.
See? Like that. But.
Yeah, because you drained it, you have enough room to actually swing.
Yep.
Huh. Oh, that's dope.
Yeah,
I like grappling hooks.
Full of stuff like that. Oh no, I don't want to suck the water out.
You want to kill all the fish first.
Yep.
Kills them all dead.
You know, Ratchet probably doesn't need to drain the water to kill these. He's got high explosives. I've seen what dynamite does does underwater.
God, I love dynamite fishing.
There we go. How much longer is this? Good God.
You need to drain the water and then climb up.
Yeah, you're right. When you're right, you're right.
Vickers posted a video yesterday.
Oh yeah, the world of PlayStation cheats. I was watching that at work when the power went out.
Oh, rip.
I haven't finished it yet because, like, as I said, it's been a nightmare at work today.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to make time to watch it at some point.
It's 3 hours. Dear God.
I know. And unlike my normal long-form stuff that I listen to,
he's got visual gags.
Yeah, his stuff is visual stuff, so I can't just listen to it while I'm at work.
True.
I like that they do the. I like that they do the thing that Spyro does, where the collectibles glint from a distance.
Yeah, I wish they were a little more obvious. That's why they changed them to gold in the future, I think.
Well, you two continue to surprise me. Step into the ring of heroes, and I will finally give you what you deserve.
Ratchet, this is no time for you to become cautious. We have reached our goal.
I don't know. There's something fishy going on here.
Listen to your
That
little
was
metal
quite a lot
friend,
of death
Ratchet.
traps we had to
Your
go through to
destiny
get
is
here.
mere steps away.
It's just something doesn't seem right.
This is it. Quark is going to help us stop Chairman Drek.
Why, thank you, Clank. You've been most helpful.
Heh.
Get off of me, you idiot!
I love it when a plan comes together.
What do you mean?
What do you think he means, genius? He's not gonna help us. He's gonna kill us.
You catch on quick. Although there is one problem with your hypothesis. I'm not going to kill you.
You're not?
No. He is.
But why?
But why? It's really not that difficult to decipher. I'm the official spokesman for Drek's new planet. I can't have you two getting in the way of my comeback.
This isn't over, Quark.
No.
I love how he's far more effective here than he is in Kraken Time.
To be fair, Quark is a lot... In like the later games, he's a lot more doofy.
Yeah, here, the doofy was... It seems like it's a cover for being, you know...
A terrible person.
He pretends to be doofy so that people underestimate him.
To be fair, in this case, it is more that he's just like kind of broke. He really is just like selling out.
Oh yeah.
Thank goodness for that laser beam having that towel.
I do love it whenever there's like a delayed wave like that. You know? Like a delayed explosion kind of thing. You know what boss does that really well?
What?
Sister Freed.
Oh, fair enough.
With her her cone of cold.
True. Hard to get better than a Dark Souls boss when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Especially one of the best Dark Souls bosses in the entire series.
Yeah, she's rivaled up there with Gale.
Oh, definitely. FromSoft really knocked it out of the park with their Dark Souls 3 DLC. Gale is a perfect finale to close the story of Dark Souls with. It's not some grand, it's not some grand lord. Oh no, he blew off your ammo.
He blew me off. Wait.
He blew you.
Oh, I can just collect my ammo again. What's he gonna do to me? Stop me from picking up ammo?
Yeah, I like that, with Gale, the finale of the franchise is just, it's not some big monster, it's not some powerful lord, it's just two people, the two last living people, at the end of the world.
Duking it out.
Fighting over, duking it out for the titular Dark Soul.
Fighting over scraps. Shoot.
Yeah.
Thankfully, the lava doesn't usually kill me. It just knocks me in the air. There we go. There's the egg. Went the wrong way for that. Oh.
There are two things you can always trust FromSoft to do.
I wonder what that infobot is for.
Maybe it can replace you.
We're pinned down! We're pinned down! The ships are hammering our position from the air! That was a little too close! We need support! Now! Actually, I need support. My entire battalion went AWOL and left me to fight this war on my own. If the enemy doesn't kill those guys, I will. I'm not gonna last much longer! Requesting immediate assistance! Over and out!
Those are direct ships destroying that planet. We must help that commando.
Are you serious? That's it. I am out of here. Captain Quark is gonna be sorry he messed with me.
This is not about Captain Quark anymore. There are innocent lives being lost.
Yeah? Well, I'm done with this stupid hero stuff. I got my own agenda now.
Ratchet, this is not like you.
What do you know about me? You've spent this whole time looking for Quark. You don't know anything about me.
I know that you will do the right thing.
Well, right now the thing I want to do is find Quark. How do you start this stupid thing?
Have you forgotten? You need a robotic ignition system. I will start the ship if you agree to help that commando.
So, blackmail is it? Fine. Just shut up and start the ship.
Yeah, this is where he becomes kind of a dick.
He's got a point.
I mean, yeah, but like...
Back so soon?
He's just... yeah, no, he was just...
I'm not in the
he was just like a
angry
dude in the in the backwaters.
Yes.
He's been dragged along this. This is textbook the refusal of the call.
I do the thinking
you know?
around here, you slug-brained idiot. I simply needed you to eliminate those two nuisances before they could cause any real trouble. But I wanted to... Do you still want to be the highly paid spokesman for my planet? Yeah. Then the next time I send you to do a job, I want results! Now get out of my sight!
Yeah, he is justified, which I think is why I don't mind it.
Yeah, no,
but he's
understand
still a dick. I think it's because Clank has those sad puppy dog eyes, you know?
Yeah. Like, but Clank did drag him on this mission that ended up being a wild goose chase and a waste of time.
If you don't get to the turrets and knock those ships out of the sky, this whole planet's gonna be rubble! Meet me at the city entrance!
He needs our help.
Yeah? Why don't you go help him? Into another trap? Well, go on. Go fight some evil.
At least I'm not a coward.
Whatever. As soon as I find Quark, I'm selling you for scrap.
Yeah, Clank has those puppy dog eyes. I think that's why he will like side with Clank on this.
Yeah. So we gonna call it?
Yeah, we are an hour 30 exactly. So I'm just gonna.
Hell yeah.
Let's see if we got a new weapon.
All right. Well, you buy weapons.
The Devastator.
Ooh. So yeah, there are two things you can trust FromSoft to do. Is A, have a boss fight be triggered by touching something you're not supposed to.
Always.
And B, have the final boss be some old guy.
Fair enough. I like the help desk is Clank.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're calling it.
Yeah. Alright, thank you everybody for watching. This has been this episode of Ratchet and Clank. Tune in next week for more. Also on the channel there is Doom being played by me. Mario Brothership and Minecraft for the Posse, which is me and our friend Biddy. And finally, I have a D&D podcast called World of Tapir, where they recently did a boss fight, so check that out to see if they survived or if it was a TPK. Common challenge of the day. What was one of the most influential books of your childhood? Like books or book series?
For me, it was Suzanne Collins' the Underworld Saga, with Gregor the Overlander and stuff of that nature.
Yeah, for me it was Animorphs.
That's fair. Animorphs is like legitimately good.
It is so good.
All
So
right.
with that out of the way, there's no less to say, but good night, everybody.
My mouse is dead. Oh, there we go. Now we're done. Goodbye.